They start the drive with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
3rd and 12. Allen off the play fake. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. Game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
So what you're working with, teamwork, baby. That's right, teamwork. Stay tough, boys. Stay tough.
Here we go, here we go.
Spread the ball around this drive. This drive with 6.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
The Bengals at 1-6 now, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
It's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Focus, boys. Focus. Chingones.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On second down, Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And complete right side to Cook. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Allen. Going deep for Diggs.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try to run for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score.
Jeff Smith,
56 yards.
and the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Allen.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. Inside the 20. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football. It's time to run out on this first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he stopped immediately there.
And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Running right, here's Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They run again on 1st down. Cook.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that, Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On third down, Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
So on fourth down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Deontay Hardy back deep.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's Brad Robbins now.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, Hardy. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Here's Cook again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Cook up the gut. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
126 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Powerful running. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running left, it's Mixon. Ooh, the juke. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Two yards still to go. Third down now.
Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon pushing his way through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action with Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, and now some space to operate.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 24 yards. And
the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll try the middle with Cook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down and 4.
At the Bengals' 45-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available. Thus, the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Allen going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals' drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
People
it is?
kiss it on the ground.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Mixing up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Go all the way.
Now a 2nd and 2.
11 Thomas.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
11
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Delay of game penalty, ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
11.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Fighting his way through contact. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, yeah, we got more where that came from. Make a play.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 5.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now it's Allen. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th in that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance. Unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Trent Sherfield, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Allen will try to throw for it. It's caught at the one, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Here's Brown on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell? Location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead.